Every Friday morning, flowers appeared at my door. Same time. Same delivery men. Same white roses. At first, I thought it was a mistake, because my husband was the only person who had ever sent me flowers. And he died 2 years ago. I even asked the delivery driver once, "Who keeps ordering these?" But he only said, "They were paid for in advance." That should have comforted me. But it didn't. Because after the 6th delivery, I noticed something strange. Each bouquet had a handwritten note. And every note somehow knew exactly what was happening in my life that week. Things no stranger could possibly know. That's when I realized someone had been watching me. And the truth behind those flowers was nothing like I expected. My name is Eleanor. I'm 57. 2 years ago, my husband Daniel passed away suddenly. Heart attack. No warning. One normal morning. And then he was gone. People always say you learn how to live again after loss. But they never explain how. Because the truth is, you don't really live at first. You survive. Quietly. Automatically. Like your body keeps moving while the rest of you stays frozen. The first bouquet arrived on a rainy Friday morning. White roses. Daniel's favorite. There was no sender name. Just a small card attached to the ribbon. It said, "You still deserve beautiful things." I remember sitting at the kitchen table, staring at those flowers for almost an hour. Because that sentence sounded like him. Not exactly his words, but his way of thinking. Then the next Friday, another bouquet arrived. Different flowers this time. Same handwriting. Same mysterious delivery. The note said, "Try going outside today. The world misses you." I laughed softly when I read it. Because I hadn't really left the house in almost a week. And somehow, whoever wrote it knew. Week after week, the flowers kept coming. And every note felt impossible. After I canceled a dinner with friends, the next card said, "Stop hiding from people who love you." After I spent an evening crying over old photos, the next note said, "You don't have to feel guilty for remembering." It started scaring me. Not because the messages were cruel. Because they were too accurate. Who was sending them? And how did they know so much about me? I asked Daniel's family. Nothing. Friends. Nothing. No one knew anything. Then one Friday, I finally stopped the delivery driver before he left. "Please," I said. "Who's paying for these?" He hesitated. Then quietly answered, "Your husband arranged everything before he passed." Apparently, 3 months before Daniel died, he had visited the flower shop privately. He paid for years of deliveries in advance. Different bouquets. Different dates. Different notes. All prepared ahead of time. But that wasn't the part that destroyed me. It was this. The notes weren't random. He had written them specifically for moments he thought I would struggle with. Daniel knew he was sick. That's what shattered me. He never told me. Not because he didn't trust me. Because he didn't want my final memories of him to become hospitals and fear. So instead, he prepared something else. A way to stay beside me after he was gone. After learning the truth, everything felt different. The flowers stopped feeling haunting. And started feeling like conversations. Every Friday became something I waited for. Not because it erased the pain. But because it reminded me that love doesn't always end when someone disappears. One Friday, almost a year later, I received a bouquet of yellow tulips. Inside was the shortest note yet. Only one sentence. "When you're ready, fall in love with life again." I cried harder than I had in months. Because somehow, it felt like permission. Permission to move forward. Without betraying him. A few months later, I started painting again. Started seeing friends more. Started living. Slowly. And every Friday morning, The flowers kept arriving. Not as reminders of death, but reminders of love. Some people leave this world, but still find ways to care for the people they loved. And sometimes, healing doesn't happen all at once. Sometimes it arrives slowly. Like flowers at your door every Friday morning, reminding you that even after loss, life still has beauty waiting for you.